Bishy, I've been on time, but you gotta jump through hoops to sign into whatnot. Hey, Dawn. Ah, Dawn, this shows you how observant I am. All the postcards and stuff I've had of that elephant, I thought it was a real elephant. I thought it was like a mascot that walked around and people looked at. I didn't realize that you went inside of it. Hey, Bat Mom. So I learned something new today, so I can go to bed now. Alrighty, welcome in, guys. We're gonna do a scan show like I've been doing. I'm gonna scan some shelves, take requests. I have a few requests. I'll run them. $5 start. If you see something you want, put it in the chat. Then at noon, I will run any pre-listed stuff that anybody wants to see or that has pre-bids. We're not going to do 12 hours on here, Bishy. Good morning, Mr. Wheat Mallow. Wheat Mallow, are you Weeders? Are you the artist formerly known as Weeders? Oh, it's so confusing. What's your little dude? Oh, I don't want to click on it. I'm scared. It'll kick me out of my own show, probably. Welcome in. I'm going to get started here in just a bit. Should I turn my coupons on? Should I do rewards? Bish, you just want to see me do extra work. Does anybody use rewards? No VHS. Batmom has spoken. That's fine with me. It'll save me 3 minutes of setting it up. Alrighty. If you've never been here before, my name's Josh. I do this on Sundays. I tried to do it on Wednesdays too. I was for ephemera on Wednesdays. I was being Bob the Builder this week. I helped my uncle do a roof, so I couldn't do my Wednesday show. Um, no records. I didn't get anything done this week. I got a roof done and planting, like putting shingles on a roof. It was fun. I don't mind doing them uh, when they're nice and shallow pitches on the roofs. I don't like the steep ones or the ones that are 3 stories off the ground because then I get scared. All right, the bin is full of stuff. I added some new stuff this week. Feel free to make offers. Let me do one thing before we start. I don't, not sure whether I cap the shipping. We're going to cap the shipping if it'll let me. It won't let me. Most people don't pay over the 921 anyway in these shows. But vintage knives. Uh, Wild Bill, if you look down there in the shop and do a search for knife, you'll probably find some. I believe there might be one knife for out on the shelves. Hey, Rag, are you still going live? We're gonna try to make it till 1:30. I'm gonna try to dick around and make it through till 1:30 so we can raid into Rag and Ribbon. She's in some sort of raid train. I don't remember what kind of train it is, but if you click on her thing, you can see what she's doing today. Wood and brass. Ooh, two things I cannot sell on whatnot, but I see some people do very well with them. But Rag says she can't sell wooden brass either, but she's in a wooden brass raid train. Um, that looks like it would fall apart. It looks like it would also be dangerous. Bishy says, "Hi, butterfly." Pikachu. Are you requesting Pikachu or are you just saying Pikachu because you saw Pikachu? Yeah. Okay. All right, we're gonna get started. We're gonna start over here. The shipping isn't capped, but hey, purple. But you probably won't go over 921 unless you buy a bunch of stuff from the bin. But if you want to do that, make offers and uh, factor that into your price. This is one of these. I'm pretty sure this is an end of the day piece from the local glass factory. Nobody cares. It's like beer bottle brown glass. Does it fit in the hole? I would need an extra hand. Yeah, the finger definitely would fit in that hole if that's the hole you're talking about. You could try to pick it up with it. Oh, that could be dangerous. Uh oh. Now we're in trouble. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. And if you're a seller and you have shows and you want to advertise them, go right ahead. If we don't get any requests, it's going to be hard to make it till 1:30 to Rag and Ribbon show. Stick one of those signs up, silent auction, buy from my bin, and just leave the phone sit there. And go outside and play in the garden. This is squishy vinyl Cupie. Cat Dance Mom is doing antique and vintage books on Tuesday. Too much hair, Mr. Bishy. I've got a cool Memento Mori pectoral crucifix in the auction tab if anybody's into that sort of thing. You know, when I didn't have a scan show, people would request crap off my shelves when I'm selling other stuff. I have a scan show, nobody requests anything. Thanks for the purchase, whoever purchased whatever you purchased. Maybe they're in church. I didn't look. No, the Amish church is not next door today for the Amish. Wish I'd get closer to items. My Amish neighbor, it's been nice here for a week, but it rained yesterday. All those storms come through. And my Amish neighbor mowed his hay and he was working furiously to try to get all of his hay in before the rain. I kind of felt bad for him. I think all of his children have moved out, and there's a knife. Did Wild Bill leave? Wild Bill was probably looking for $300 knives that somebody will run for a buck. The Amish neighbor went up the road with his horses yesterday, and his wife was dragging one of them. I think they're Clydesdales. They look like Clydesdales, the ones he uses for the big machinery he has. What was what? That's not a cow. It's a dog. I think it's a dog ashtray. There's one of those 4 station mouse traps, so you can kill 4 mice at one time. If somebody wants that old band of all those old band pins, that could be one money. A stink bug trap. All our stink bugs disappear. We get the stink bugs bad in the winter, and then when it gets warm, they disappear. Welcome in. We're doing a scan show. If you want something me to run something, you can request it. Or I could just scan my shelves and question my life choices for a couple hours until we get to the pre-bids at noon, which I have one of. Yeah, and it works too. I actually tested it. I went all out, put a battery in it and everything. All right. A whole bunch of rollers. If somebody wants a bunch of vintage and antique rollers, she had to ask. Oh. Okay, that was a whole shelf. No requests. That was fun. Thanks, Weeders. I've never had anybody call it a flare before. All right. Yes, dear. What did we sell anyway? Somebody bought something. What was it? A Lane Cedar chest. Contracting GMD. Are you still here? Hey, Deb. I'm always nice. Yeah. Hey, are you looking for more of those Lane Cedar chests, or did you just want one? Want the glasses? Okay. I got a whole stack of them over here. I that I haven't listed yet. I'll get to them. If you decide you want more, they'll be in my store. All right, we'll do the glasses. These are kind of rough, but they're really rare. They're Cocoa Wheats advertising specs, and I'm not going to model them for you, but I'm gonna run these. I don't know if these uh, were part of a cereal box and you had to bend them, or they think they just came in a cereal box. Cocoa Wheats. So we're running the glasses. And that's running. The old Cocoa Wheats advertising glasses. I think they're too small for my face. Thank you, Deb. Those are yours. Butterfly, you should have modeled them. She went outside, I think. She was wearing her butterfly bucket cap. All right, let's start with this shelf again. We'll restart. An offer. All right. What's the offer? Let's check it. Offers on a Trenchard artillery shell. I will accept that. Thank you for that offer. Oh, you got to fix your payment or something, or else it's a whatnot glitch. So that didn't go through. I tried to accept it for you. Okay, we're scanning. Something you want me to run? Just someone asked for measuring cups. Any measuring cups? I just showed one a little bit ago. Did you see that one? Nice little Fire King 1 cup one. It's running on the Fire King measuring cup, graduated with a spout. Thank you, Bat Mom. What kind of measuring cups were you looking for? Oh, I've got one over here that's a measuring cup, but it's got a topper attached with a Bakelite handle. Nice cherry red Bakelite handle. No damage to the handle. The chrome is uh, very nice. It's got the wood in the bottom. Stick your stuff in there. I'll run this one on the old nut chopper. It is a Pamco, signed on the bottom. Nice Bakelite handle. Thank you, Catherine. And contracting, let me see if that'll work. I don't know, did it work? It didn't tell me it worked. Okay. Thank you guys for those. And if you're looking for something specific, you can always do a search in uh, if you click down in the seller store, in the shop down there. Uh, hey, thanks for stopping. Uh, you can search for things like knife and measuring cup. Um, I can't remember off the top of my head if I have any listed or not, but any stray glass stoppers. Um, the only one that I know off the top of my head, I got a big clear one that's about the size of a, oh, well, it's round, but it's about that big. But it's in the other room. That'd be the only one that I know off the top of my head that I could just whip out. Welcome in. We're doing a scan show. If you see something you want, like this wonderful brass vase, you just put wonderful brass vase in the chat and we'll run them. The bell, pull that down. There's a hat pin holder with several hat pins. Sunny Boy baby bottle. It's a real nice frame for $5. If you don't like the mother thing in it, you could swap it out. This is a mechanical Valentine. Its feet like spin around in a circle and look like it's running. I have some mechanical Valentines in the I'll get those. Thanks, guys. There are some mechanical Valentines in the auction tab. Old Czechoslovakian tin guitar. Okay, grab the guitar. This I don't know how you pronounce that, spavin treat or spavin remedy. Spavin, I don't know. Uh it's a save the horse medicine. And this is a halfway decent bottle. Thank you, Catherine. I'll sit this down. We'll run all that stuff here in just a second. We got a little pile there. Uh, it's actually got part of the original label from Troy Chemical Company in Binghamton. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I was going to do that when I come down. I forgot. But it's got the original cork, some of the original label, which is very hard to find, and it's embossed, and it's even got some of the medicine in there. All right. I guess we'll go to the bottom of this shelf here and then we'll run the stuff. Somebody wants the Viewmasters, do all the slides in the original box and the Viewmaster all for one. There are some pretty scarce ones in the auction tab, including Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Two different ones of that. Thanks, Bat Mom. And the ones in the bind or in the auction tab, they have like they're complete sets with the envelopes and everything. Kind of a cloisonne brass vase. An old, I think it's about Civil War area Smith's philosophy book. And then down here we have a considerable sized wood bellows that somebody repainted. So I'll run those requests. If you see anything in the background, feel free to request it too. If you just joined, everything starts at $5. No, that's okay. Butterfly, I know where it's at. She didn't say she wanted it. Okay, let's do the Viewmaster. So it's an old one. Kids books. Yeah, we can do those. Um Comes with papers, the original papers. The realist, another realist that looks like it might be a little bit newer. And the viewer is in nice condition. And I'm gonna flip through the reels real quick. You've got Christmas Story, New York, Pikes Peak, Christmas Story, The Eskimos, Adirondack Mountains, Tournament of Roses, Racehorses of the Bluegrass Country, New Mexico, Hansel and Gretel, Colorado, Highland Indians by the Zweiter Z, whatever that is. Washington, D.C., Royal Gorge, Garden Flowers in Summer, and Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood looks like it's got the original paper in there. So you get the Viewmaster, All the slides and the original box, it's running. I think most of them are dated like from the 50s. No 10-cent comics today. I got one. I got Chick Young's Dagwood. It's right beside me. Thank you, Bat Mom. Chick Young's Dagwood. It's running. That one in that condition. I don't know about Pez. I don't think I have any Pez out today. This bell has little people faces on it. I guess one people face. Looks like a king or a queen, maybe. I don't know. I don't see any markings on it. Well, Catherine, I hope that your childhood was something that reminding you of it doesn't bring back horrible memories. This bell, I looked it up just out of curiosity, and I saw prices ranging from 15 to like $200. Apparently, nobody knows what it is. People were listing it for massive amounts of money, and other people were listing it for very little amounts. But it's a nice bell. It rings, sounds good. Thank you, Deb. All right, we've got the Stay Right wave clamps on the original card. I don't know. What is that, 1940s, 1950s? But those are running on the hair clippies. Neat advertising piece. Thank you, Catherine. It's marked made in Slovakia down there on the bottom. It's tin with a wood handle or neck. I don't know if it really probably had strings of some sort at one point, but very old. I'm guessing probably early 1900s, and that is running. And a little guitar. Thanks again, Deb. We got this big Valentine, and I guess it's a sailor, boy or girl, but it's like that, and it's mechanical, so you can spin the legs around. It's got a punch doll in the pocket. No maker's marks or anything. It's big, and that one is running. And there are some more mechanical ones in the auction tab if anybody's interested in them. I will run the pre-listed stuff at noon, but you can pre-bid at any time. And thank you, Dawn. And Cat Stamp's mom that just won that is on Tuesday. She's having an antique book show. If you're into that sort of thing. Pretty nice press wood frame on this. The glass is in there. It's got a mother print, like a motto print in it. 1990 and earlier. Do you have a bunch pre-listed for it already? I like to wait until like the night before. So this is running. Glass is intact. I don't know what it's about 10 inches tall or something, but it's a nice old frame, pressed wood. Thank you, Deb. And we'll do some of these kids books that are up here. We've got Uncle Wiggily. Uncle Wiggily and the Cowbird. Uncle Wiggily and the Troublesome Boys. What's in his mouth? Uncle Wiggily and the Paper Boat. And Uncle Wiggily and the Black Cricket. So these are all original Uncle Wiggily books. Um, 1943 on that one. So they're like from they're all from 43, I guess. All from 43. You're going to get all of them for one money. They are not perfect, obviously, but starting at $5 and you get all of them. So that is running all four Uncle Wiggily books from 1943. All for one money. Thank you, Deb. And I'll do the other children's book that's up there next. And it's a pretty neat one. If I can get these in the envelope. It's a woodland party. Hardcover. 1913. So this is also not in perfect condition, but it's got really nice artwork inside. Very Art Nouveau looking graphics. Fairies and witches and a little bit of separation there. Somebody's name's in it. Staining. The inside pages are pretty nice. 1913. That's running. Thank you, Deb. And I think that was all the requests that from that last bit of scanning. If anybody sees something they want me to run, that's right there in front of the camera, Put it in the chat now before I pick up the phone and we'll run it. If not, we'll go back to scanning the shelves. Alrighty, we'll go back to scanning. So that is a amber glass and brass finish lamp. That's a black light. Another vinyl QP. Starting bid's $5 on everything. Give me to run the canister. Okay. We'll I'll scan for a minute or two and try to get some other requests, and then we'll run them so I can put my phone down. The dental floss jar. It does have dental floss in it, a significant amount actually. That's pretty neat, Deb. Got that for you. This is one of those expanding cups, like a travel cup, but it's got a threaded lid and it's a lot bigger and it's signed than the ones you see. Get that. Little JCPenney boot hook. That's a Lennox Elephant. A Vaseline tin back there. Everybody needs a nasal speculum. An old brass Social Security card back there. Hey, Staley, how are you? Nasal. I'm pulling that down, Deb. I'm gonna take that as a request and not a question. Yes, it's just a nasal speculum. It's a golden roll toothpaste jar back there. Tooth powder. Little spirit lamp. Okay, Deb, got that one. Oops. I assume that's a dog whistle. It doesn't do anything when you blow in it, so that's why it must be a dog whistle. That there is a antique thermometer in the case. Welcome in. We're doing a scan show. If you see something you want me to run, just put it in the chat. All those little bottles can go for one money, the miniature ones. Somebody wants those silver. It is a 35 millimeter film canister. I don't know. Sometimes they say Kodak on them. No, that one says Ansco. The Wiener Dog. Got that one. There's a little carved turtle, some brass candlesticks, uh, pretty cool elk typewriter ribbon tin. I've got another one. That one there. Are you into Wiener Dogs? I got that Wiener Dog too. It's brass. I think it's supposed to be a bottle opener or something. You want me to run that one? Yes. Okay. I don't know. I think I asked about that. Whoops. Does anybody know what that is? Um, Dawn, there's some bubble lights there. There's four of them, but only one of them works. There's some Christmas bulbs down there. Anybody know what that is? After we get to the edge of this hanging stuff, I'll put the phone down and run that stuff. And we'll ask Gemini what it is. I've been fighting with her something terrible the past few days. She keeps lying to me, just like being horribly wrong about all sorts of things. And I think she knows she's wrong because I call her on it and then she corrects herself. What is
Is
it?
there something specific
What is this thing?
that appears to be a vintage stamp with a glass or porcelain handle?
What is it stamping?
Actually, that isn't a stamp. It
See,
looks like
just continue. It's what?
a, that is actually a vintage scalp massager, not a stamp. You use it to gently massage your scalp to help with circulation and relaxation.
It's a scalp massager.
These were often used in old time barbershops to stimulate blood flow and relax clients during a shampoo or for home use as part of a daily hair care routine. They're a great example of how simple tools were designed for both comfort and wellness.
Is that true or are you just hallucinating?
I can see why you'd ask. Let me double check the visual details. It appears to be a vintage scalp massager, characterized by its white handle and surface covered in flexible rubber pins.
All right. You sure that's what it is? Dawn, Butterfly has the same exact one that I do, and we'll ask it the same questions, and they'll have completely different responses. And and what is scary is like we're pretty skeptical of the things it tells us. I'm gonna run this. She says it's a scalp massager. They're still soft, soft-ish. I'm not gonna demonstrate it on my bald head, but this is like milk glass. And wonder if it glows. Oh, look at that. It glows real cool under the 365 light. So it's got manganese in the milk glass. It's running. And the shaving brush too. We can do that. Thank you, House of Boys. Dawn, of all the of things to be scared about, that it's going to be scary what some people are going to do based on what AI tells them to do. We got Ivory brand typewriter ribbon tin, and that is running. Uh-oh, butterflies, chickens must be biting her. They like her toes. Thank you, Deb. The other day I listed a paperweight, and it had a 3-letter signature on it. And I asked Gemini what the signature was, and it told me that it was made by Blanco Paper Studios. And I don't know, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Blanco, the glass maker. Uh, I don't think anyone has ever heard of. Um, yes, you can promote your show anytime you want. Um, I don't think anybody's ever heard of Blanco Paper Studio because I put it in quotes and did a Google search, and it returned no results whatsoever. So I asked Gemini if she was hallucinating, and she said yes, that Blanco Paper Studios does not exist. So antique, it's aluminum. This is bigger than the ones you normally see, and it's got a threaded lid. Nice travel cup, and that is running. Yeah, and if you've never been here before, you can promote your shows, and you don't have to ask. Just do it. Thank you, Bat Mom. I encourage people to promote their own shows in other sellers' shows too, without asking. Just go in and promote, and you'll find out real quick whether or not they allow you to promote. Because if they don't allow you, they'll have a hissy fit and probably block you. But being blocked from one of 10,000 shows probably isn't that big of a deal. Depression glass, uranium glass, glassware, tons of blown glass, and brass trinkets, and so much more. Today at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Whoops. So it's got a ton of floss in it. Click on KNC's thing there while I'm picking this up if you want any of that kind of glass at 2 o'clock Mountain Time, whenever that is. All right, I'm stuffing it back down in there. I'm not going to try to do this. The floss comes out the lid, but it fell down in. Really nice bottle, rib sides. It's got the paper in there, and it's got a whole bunch of floss from Johnson and Johnson. Exactly, Dawn. And that is running. Thank you, Bat Mom. No, still no vintage baseball card. I might have some in the bin. I only usually list ones that are basically antique ones. All right. It's a nasal speculum. You stick it up your nose or somebody else's nose, I guess. So, old medical tool, made in Germany. It's signed, I think it's Stotz, stainless, nice and yeah, I do have baseball cards out. I got a pack of 1991 cards. That's the only thing I have out here today, other than what might be in my bin. So, old medical tool, German, is running. Thank you, Deb. 1937 souvenir from the Great Lakes Exposition in Cleveland. It's got a cork stopper in it, like wicker or rattan or something. It's uh it's a decorative bottle. There's no glass inside of it or anything. Um, sounds like there's something inside of it. I don't know. Didn't take the cork out, and I'm definitely not going to. Um, but these are fairly scarce. It's got a little bit of bunged up there, but pretty nice condition. And that is running. 1937 Great Lakes Exposition. And thank you, Deb. And we'll do this wiener dog. No markings whatsoever. Nice condition, no damage. Some sort of ceramic material, and that is running. And while you're bidding, we're gonna try to wrap it up a bit. Thank you, Staley. And we'll do the shave brush. Real nice condition. It is what is it? A Cleanso butterscotch bakelite handle on it. Natural bristles, and it looks like you could use it. It's exceptional condition for one of these. Nice and clean. And that is running. The old Bakelite shaving brush. Thank you, House of Boys. And give me 1 second while I pull out my box here. And we'll do this little dog. This one's made in Japan. No damage. And that one's running. Thank you, beautiful granddaughter. And we'll do this canister. Um, I think it's stainless. I don't think this is aluminum. judging by the weight. No markings. And that is running. That canister there. All right, we'll do this wiener dog. I'm not entirely sure what this is. Maybe a bottle opener? Uh, KJ, if you just bought something, thank you. I didn't see it pop across my screen, but I don't see a lot of stuff. It could be a knife rest. I don't know. They made very similar ones. I Google lensed it to try to figure it out. Um, but it sits flat on the ground like that. There's no markings, and the nose looks like it could pry something. I don't know, but it is running on the little brass wiener dog. Thank you, beautiful granddaughter. And welcome in. If you just joined, I'm doing a scan and request show. That was all the requests that I had pulled from the last scan. I'm going to go start scanning again. At noon, we'll do the stuff that's in the pre-listed tab in the pre-listed in the auction tab. We'll do that at noon. Anything that's got pre-bids or anything that's requested. So take a look down through that tab. And if you've never done that before, if you go into the shop down there, it'll open that up. You just make sure the auction tab is the one you're on, and you can scroll down through the stuff that is pre-listed. So I'm going to start scanning again. If you see something you want me to run, I do $5 starts on Sundays. Just describe it briefly in the chat, and I will pull it down and we'll run it. Alrighty. I believe this thing's like a toothpick holder or a small planter or something. Both dogs. Got the dogs. Welcome in. We're doing a scan and request show. You see something you want me to run, just put it in the chat. This is an old coffin or casket screw. Thanks for the share. There's one of those in the pre-listed items too. The black light and the dog. We got lots of dogs today if you're into dogs. These are the ones on this shelf are some of the bigger ones. All the dogs. Got the dogs. This guy here, he's got a music note on whatever that is. It's like a Japanese representation of whatever some artist was told to make. All the wood, yeah. Yeah, he's a smoker. He's missing something though in his other hand. He's supposed to be holding something. I can't remember what he was supposed to be holding. It's an eclectic oil, eclectric oil. No, that is eclectic, not eclectric. That's one of those tic tac toe games. Comes with two different colors of marbles that fit down in there. I don't know, Babylon. Nope, it's empty. Cinnamon tin is empty. Okay, got the tic tac. Those Shakespeare House napkins are the box is full. Thanks for the follow. I don't know, butterfly. I can't remember. That is a massive door latch. I don't know what it is off of, but it is pretty much everything on it is brass. Did you see horses? Um, there's a big horse up there. I've got a Briar Fire horse and a whatever kind of Briar horse that is. Did you miss last week that one when I showed the stained rock strap? It's kind of nasty. We stuck it in Junkie's pile. Don't say gross. I shouldn't have said nasty. Junkie's gonna add it to her collection. All right, we're gonna run that stuff. And I'll run those horses. Um, Okay, we'll run this first since I pulled it down. Um, I have dementia. I can't remember shit. Um, so I can't. Now she collects Johnson and Johnson stuff, but she might collect stained jock straps too. I don't know. I cannot remember the maker of this thing. Um, and I cannot read the mark on it or the other piece that I have. This is one of those. It's a metal horse with like heavy enamel over it. Pretty nice condition. Got a little bit of enamel wear there on its nostril. But this is a good piece. It's not plastic. It's quite heavy. So it's running. Pocket knives. There's a couple pocket knives in the auction tab. Probably some in my buy now. The only knife I have out on this shelf today, I believe, is a thank you, Staley. Staley. If I remember what that is, I will tell you that's probably at least a $50 horse. But I can't remember the name of it. I bought a whole bunch of them at one point, and I sold almost all the dogs and cats that I had. But it's not something that you see very often. You can use your Google if I don't remember what they are. It'll tell you they're metal. It's metal with enamel over it. It's not it's like not ceramic or plastic. All right, I'm gonna run these couple things that don't need wrapped up, and then we'll wrap up, and then we'll run the stuff that needs wrapped. Oh, look, it comes with batteries, and it works. It's a black light, and that is running. Uh, I have decks of cards. I've got this giant dice or die with a wood block in it. I'm not sure what it is, but it's big. That's running since I have it in my hand. And Thumper, are you still there? Did Thumper leave prior to me finishing my answer to the question? You're back. All right. I'll scan over the cards real quick. Of what I've got. Got a Washington D.C. deck, Whitman Old Maid, or no, it's an Edgy Cards. Uh, Gaylord Opryland, those mid-century deer, roses, looks like alien, a sealed one with flowers. Office trivia game, quick draw McGraw, Jimmy Carter, sealed one with like I think tulips and animal birdfish or something. And then there's a pit game. Hey Cody, I think that's all the cards I have out. You want me to run any of those? Just say which one in the chat. All right, see, comes with 9 marbles. They're all in there. I think these ones are clear and those ones have a little swirl in them. But you play tic tac toe. Fairly nice condition. And that is running. $5 starts. Vintage tic tac toe game. Thank you, Batmon. All right, we're going to do the Shakespeare Howls cocktail napkins. The box is full. I didn't count them. It says there's 50. It looks full to me. Uh, if you get it and count them, and there's only 48 of them, you can leave me negative feedback, I guess. But they've got different novelty, humorous things on them. Comes in the original box. And that is running on the box of novelty cocktail napkins. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, Batmon. Okay, I'm gonna do the Briar horses. I don't have to wrap them up. Don't know what it is. It's a horse. It's black with white feet, but it's got the Briar mark on it. A little bit of surface wear, and that is running on the big Briar horse. And thank you, beautiful granddaughter. And the next horse is another Briar, and it is a fire horse, I guess, at least according to the Google machine. I googled it because I wondered what it was wearing the its outfit for, and Google said it was a fire horse. Well, Google didn't. People had them listed online as a fire horse for sale. Um, so that's what I'm going to go with. I was satisfied with that answer, and that's all the further I looked into it. But it is a Briar. It is signed. It's basically the same size as that last one, but it's got these things and that thing, and it's signed there. And I didn't take its little coat thing off, but it looks like it's in a little bit better condition, a little bit less scuffs and stuff. And it's only got one white foot, the rest is black. So that one's running on that Briar horse. And thank you, Staley. Yeah, well, I'm wondering what that last one was worth because it sold for more, and this one was it's what people were asking for. It was surprising to me. Um, I've forgotten everything I ever learned about Briar horses. I went through a stage of selling them like 15 years ago. One of the local auctions we went to, they had a collection that they sold for like a year, hundreds and hundreds of them. And I kept buying them a little bit at a time and haven't dealt with them too much since. So I'm going to do the dogs now. Um, Give me a second between each one of these to wrap them up. These are all ceramic. I don't think there's any porcelain ones. But I'll show them each. Give me a sec to put some bubble wrap on them before I stuff them into the envelopes. Thanks for the shares, guys. And I do have a bunch more dogs that are over to the side in the little cubbies that I have. These were the bigger ones. This has the original Ideal foil label from Japan. It says Basset Hound. No damage. Some sort of ceramic. And that is running. And if you're not into dog figures, you can request something in the background if you see something you want. Thank you, House of Boys. Or take a look in my bin. Feel free to make offers. We will scan again here after a while, but we're going to have a couple minutes worth of dogs here right now. Japan sticker on there. Oh, this one's broken. It's got a repaired tail. It didn't look very close when I put that up there. This one's got a repaired tail. I'll run it, see if anybody wants it. Its tail was broken. Okay, this one is just marked Japan. I don't know what kind it is. Looks like an English setter. Oh, no damage on this one. And that one is running.
Reservations, Martin.
Martin? I can't remember.
Me neither.
Does anybody remember what those horses were that had the animals that had the metal inside? Thank you, House of Boys. Or does anybody know? I don't remember, dear.
Yeah, from one.
They say something on them, but I can't read them. Make sure you put that
Where does it say?
I don't know. It's Morton. That's it. Staley, whoever bought that big horse, it's a Morton. So
Well,
when you go to price it, look that up. It's got a mark on it. It came from the same collection with a bunch of Morton stuff. Some of them had original stickers. But they're pretty collectible, I guess. I just never really had them before until I bought a bunch at one time. I thought they were just ceramic, but they're like metal with real thick enamel over them. So this,
close.
yes, good job, dear.
Might happen.
Got some sticker residue in his crotch there. We'll scratch it off there. Get some scratch in the dog's balls. Probably come off fairly easy. This is a champion pointer. Ceramic, Japan, no damage. Tail is intact. Hey, Pick. Thank you, House of Boys. That one is yours. All right. Here's this one. And this is a foxhound. No signatures on it. Just says foxhound on its belly. No damage. A little bit of crazing to the glaze. From Centerville. That is running on the ceramic dog. I've seen someone from the next county down here. Uh she comes on in the mornings. Thank you, House of Boys. And I was at a antique store a few weeks ago, and the owner said that there was a couple people that come in and buy stuff to sell and whatnot. But I didn't know. She told me their names, but I didn't recognize their names. All right, here's another dog that was not requested, but it was on the shelf over here with the big stuff. Uh, See, this is a Morton. I don't know what it says there. It doesn't. I can't read it. But this came from that same collection. It's heavy, and you see it's bunged up a little bit on its ears. The enamel is missing. Yes, Morton. I had a whole bunch of them, and I can't remember shit. Uh, but you can see it's like got a metal frame on it or something. But this is a Great Dane. It's in pretty nice condition. And if you don't know anything about Morton's, apparently this is common. It's real thin. Well, it's thick, but it's the enamel flakes off in spots, and it's crazed. And that's pretty normal. It's hard to find them that are perfect. But I'm gonna run that one, and that is running. I don't think I know Adele and Josh. Thanks again, House of Boys. Give me a sec to get that one wrapped up too. And since you guys are liking the dogs, I'm gonna run this one too. It was over on the bigger shelf. It is ceramic. It's a Great Dane. No markings on it, I don't think. It is not a Morton. I don't know, but to me, this looks like it's not as old as the other ones. Like this looks like something from the 1980s, but I don't know. But I think it's a Great Dane as well, and it's pretty big. And that one is running. And welcome in. We're doing a request show. I'm running the requests right now. Doberman. Yeah, that's probably right. But he's got a big tail. I don't know. Fairly sure it's a dog of some sort. Heck, did you go to the Pleasantville community yard sales this weekend? I didn't either. We were up there mowing grass, and I was so far behind this week from doing other stuff that I needed to get moving. I think Butterfly went to a couple. Yes, there's dogs. Um, all right, how about this? I'm gonna run dogs real quick. Bid or don't bid. I'm gonna change the time to oops, somebody thanks for the offer. Uh Kelly accepted that. So let me get here. We're gonna do 10 seconds sudden death on these. And I'm gonna make little groupings for you, possibly. We're gonna run this cute little kitschy Japan one with this one, also Japan, and you'll get both of those. So it's 10 seconds sudden death, and that's what I'll do a bunch of dogs. Whip keeper, we're gonna do the pre-listed stuff at noon, if that's what you're putting there. You can pre-bid though. You don't have to stick around. Thank you, Trace. All right, you're gonna need small ones. You're gonna have to give me a sec between them a little bit so I can wrap them up a little bit so they don't climb together. But I'll run through a whole bunch of dogs. If you want them bid away, if not, that'll be okay. So we got these two. These are home interiors. No damage on them. I'm guessing they're probably from the 80s or something. Yeah, both Homeco dogs. Those are running on the home interiors dogs. Nobody wants home interiors dogs. Get this one. Crazing to the glaze. It looks like somebody made it a candle holder. It's got some wax dripping down. There's a candle in it. Not really sure if that's what it was meant to be or not. And I'm going to stick it with this cute little Scotty dog. Don't know if it's an ashtray or what exactly it is. But you get those two for one money. And that's running. The two vintage dogs. Thank you, Shreese. Okay, we got this one's going to be four dogs. Four dogs. Made in Japan. Little kitschy one. Don't see a marking. No damage on either of those. That one is marked Japan. It was probably from like a kitschy set where they were connected by chains. That one is marked Japan. No chips or anything on that. You get all four of them 10 seconds, sudden death. It's running on the dogs. Thanks, Daily. And we'll put some more up there. We got this one holding a hat in its mouth. No damage on that one. It's not marked. And then we have that one. Not really sure what that is, but it's marked Japan, some sort of dog. Another Japan. Most of these are mid-century. No damage on that one. Whoops. And here we got this one. No markings. No damage on that one either. So you get all four of those dogs, one money, all ceramic. Those are running. Sudden death. Thanks, Sharice. I had an aunt and uncle that had a schnauzer. It was a pretty nice dog as far as dogs go. All right, let's do a super kitschy lot. We have these little Japan red wear ones. That one's got the original tag on it. So I'm going to run the three of those together because they sort of match. It's not really a set, but they're very similar looking. So there's three dogs, one money, sudden death is running. Thank you, Staley. Probably a couple more lots of dogs, and then we'll go back to scanning. At noon, I will do the pre-listed stuff. Oh, here's this dog. Oh, Cupid down. Oh, its wings didn't work. All right, this is a Nutcracker dog. It is cast iron. It's old. Don't know that it's antique though. My guess is that it's probably a reproduction from like the 60s or something. But it does work to crack nuts. Pretty good size. So this is sudden death. 10 seconds on the Nutcracker dog. Whoop. No, Bat Mom, I did not. Thank Deb. What kind of physical deformity do you think I have? All right, let's see here. We got this dog. no damage. And we got this dog that has that Taiwan sticker on it. So this one's older. This one's probably from like the 80s or something. I'm going to run those two together because they're pretty big. And those are running. Thank you, Shreese. All right, the next lot we're going to do, I'll make a nice little lot of little kitschy ones. So we'll go with a little Lucite dog. Kind of a Snoopy looking thing. Then we got the gold colored ceramic one. This one is a die cast General Braddock Monument, Uniontown, PA souvenir. Got a little emblem on it there for a souvenir. So you get those three. I don't know if that's a dog. Maybe that's a person. I don't know what it is. That's going in. We'll pretend it's a dog. This is marked Japan on the back. Tiny little dog. Then we got this little bulldog looking thing. Ceramic. No damage on any of these so far. Think it's any more little ones. There's another little kitschy one. A little bit of wear to the cold paint, but no chips or anything. So that's going in. We got this dog. This looks newer. This looks like this is probably from the 80s. So he's going in there. And we got this one. Again, wear to the cold paint on that one, but no chips or anything. Made in Japan, that little pug. Got the spring-headed poodle thing that's got wear to the paint, and his neck's kind of sprung a little bit. He's going in there. And then we got this one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dogs. And that's all the dogs I see. Here, there's another one. He's a pound puppy figure, PVC figure. He's going in. And I'm running it for a minute, no sudden death, so I can wrap them up. It's running, $5 start. Thank you. I'm gonna start pulling them down and wrapping them up while it's running. You get all those dogs I just showed you. Thank you for clearing me out of a bunch of my dogs. Thank you, Sharice. Oh, I did. That's not all the dogs. I've got dogs on the top shelf. Um, you guys want to still see dogs? There's some bigger ones. This is a Rempel, dated 1957, squeaky toy. Signed and dated there, 1957. I'll run that. We'll go back to sudden death. Oh, shit. Sorry. All right. We'll try to go back to sudden death for the rest of these. I've got 3 more big ones on the top that I didn't see. We'll try to do sudden death on those. Oh, a couple years ago, I did it 3-minute auctions. I did it like 3 times in a row. There was a reason I was doing 3-minute auctions, and then I stopped having that reason. I went on to single items. It just took forever. That's a long 9 minutes when you don't mean to do it. Still squeaks. 1957 Rempel. Thank you, Sharice. Okay, we're gonna. This one is just marked Japan. It's a big one. Looks like some might be a little bit of price tag residue or scuffing, a little bit or something in the back there. A little bit of paint wear, but there's no chips or anything. It is ceramic, and it's very light, very dainty and thin, but it's about 8 inches tall or so. So we're going back to 10 seconds, sudden death, and it's running on that dog. Thank you, Staley. Get that one with its tongue sticking out. This is a heavier ceramic. No markings that I can see in this one at all. And that one's running 10 seconds, sudden death. Oh man, I keep finding them. Thank you, beautiful granddaughter. You know what it is? I had to show somebody wanted dogs, so I got dogs, and then they never came back. This is, it's almost like a chalkware or plaster. I think it's more plaster than chalk, but it's got a little bit of paint wear. It's got some age to it. A little bit of chipping there. It is what it is. It's not broken half or anything. And that is running. Oh, there's another one down there. Thank you, beautiful granddaughter. Oh, there's not. Oh, here's a real cool one. I got them everywhere. This one's cool. I like this one. He's cute. Very kitschy. Made in Japan. I think this one's porcelain. It's got a wee little chip on the inside there, on the inside, but it's a somebody has a pin cushion down in this little doghouse. But very cool little kitschy mid-century one. And that is running 10 seconds, sudden death on the souvenir pin cushion from Canada. See, thank you, beautiful granddaughter. See, the ones I think are cool, nobody else thinks is cool. That's why I'm bad at this. All right, here we go. There's a Victor. It's got wear, but there's no real damage or anything, and it is chalk, I believe. But it's an RCA Victor Nipper Dog, an old advertising piece. Um, it's just the paint is worn a little bit on it. Otherwise, it'd be a super nice piece. And that is running from the Victor Nipper Dog. Thank you, beautiful granddaughter. All right, where did that go? Got a collie. With the Japan mark on it. No damage. Another Japan. It's a scary looking collie. And we're gonna stick it with this goofy looking thing. And there's a run. You get all three of them. Thank you, Charisse. Oh, get this little guy. Kind of looks like a hippo dog. I think it's supposed to be a dog. Oh, here's another wiener dog. This one is, I think, die cast. It's marked Japan on it. And I see any more. Surely that's it. She's got those two, and that's running. And those two little dogs there. Thank you, Cherise. All right. And the very final one. This is the last one. Even I'm not even gonna look around anymore, but I think this is all I can see. This is Dad's private stuff. It is a decanter. It's got a cork. I'm not gonna try to take that out of there. Yeah, I am because I have to try it. No, I'm not. It's got a real cork in there. It's like redware. It's got remnants of the Japan thing on it. Sharice, next time I have a $2 show, I'll try to remember to tag you. Thanks, Bishy. On my $2 shelves in the other room, I've got more dogs. They're all tiny dogs though. Uh, so that is running for a minute. On a decanter dog. Yeah, tiny is good for me too. And after that runs, I'm gonna go and do the pre-listed items that have pre-bids and any that are requested. And if you just joined, I don't know how many things I got in the pre-listed stuff, but there's quite a few. But I'm only gonna run them if they have pre-bids or if somebody wants to see something. I'm not just gonna show them all. Um, but we'll do that here at noon here in a couple minutes or so. Uh, Nobody wants the decanter dog. Okay. So I am going to move the phone over to the place where I do the pre-listed stuff. So take a look down through the pre-listed items for auctions and see if there's anything that anyone is interested in. I'm going to move my laptop over here and then we'll see what people have requested. Any straight weight razors? Whip, are you still here? I had 2 out today. A 51. Looks like Victor. Got that one. And a Darcy's Vulcan. You interested in those? All right. We'll run this one first. No damage. Blade's nice on it. So John Darcy, St. Louis. And change it from a minute to 10 seconds. So there we go on the Darcy Vulcan straight razor. And I got to go get envelopes while that's running. Thank you, Whip. Good deal on that. And you got the 51 Victor with a, it's like an ivory handle or whatever, celluloid. Also in nice condition. So that one's running. Gonna add these to the list of things not to do and whatnot. Thank you, Whip. Good deals on those. That's all I had out. You can check my buy now. I might have some. Oh wait, there's a straight, there's Whip. There's a straight razor, a whitetail cutlery straight razor pocket knife in the auction tab somewhere. It's like a pocket knife, and one of the blades is a razor. I don't know. If you do a search in the shop for razor, you'll see if I have any. I'm not sure if I have any to buy now or not. Okay, welcome in. Hey, Tackle. It's noon, so I'm going to go ahead and do the pre-listed items that have pre-bids. If there's something you want me to run, you can just place a pre-bid on it, and I'll see it, and or wait till the end of the pre-bids and then just request it. But I'm not going to show all these. I think there's 40 some things in there. And I just go down the order that Whatnot puts them in my pre-bids tab. So I'll just grab the first one, which is a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Viewmaster reel. And it just disappeared. The page refreshed when I walked over there and is gone. Okay, there it is. And most of this stuff in the pre-listed tab, you could probably look at the pictures and see it better than I'm going to show it. But comes with the book or whatever that is, the Viewmaster reel, and in the original envelope. So we're just doing 10 seconds on these two, but no sudden death. And that is running on the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Viewmaster reel. And this is an old one. Thank you, beautiful granddaughter. That one's yours. And we're going to go with the Florenza lipstick holder. Or you can store your chapstick in it, or I don't know. But it's part of a dresser set. Florenza made a whole bunch of these vanity items. The same maker that made the jewelry. And it's got rhinestones and faux pearls on it. Very Hollywood Regency looking. No damage to it. Nice heavy little piece. And I should, if I'd merchandise and stuff properly, I'd have like lipstick to stick in it, but I don't. So, but it's got 3 pre-bids. Thank you guys for those. And that is running on the signed Florenza lipstick holder. Signed right there. Thank you, Rag and Ribbon. And Rag and Ribbon is having a show today selling wood and brass, apparently decorative stuff, at 1:30 Eastern time. So if you're looking for that sort of stuff, bookmark her show. Are you camping, Rag? Is it live from the lake? Woohoo. I hope you have a nice weekend. It was kind of crappy here yesterday, but it's beautiful today again. All right, these are fossilized. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Uh, Fossilized shark teeth. These are like 5 million years old. Well, I don't know. Google says 3 to 13 million years old. But you get the whole little baggie full of them. You can make jewelry or crafts with them, or I don't know, whatever you do with them. But there's a whole baggie of them, and those are running on the fossilized shark teeth. Hey, junk. Yeah, thanks, junk. And did Ohio make it into the air? I didn't see her stop in this morning. Well, junk, if you were wanting dogs, you missed out on about 30 dogs earlier. They went on a dog spree. Okay, 7AB is one of the mechanical valentines. There's several of these. So she looks like she's got her hands in handcuffs or zip tied together or something. But you move the lever on the back and she types. These are pretty old. These are probably 20s. Valentine's. And she's running on that Valentine. Thank you, Charisse. When I was like 15 years old, something like that, my mother made me take typing lessons. But she made me take typing lessons by making me teach myself from a typing book. She's sadistic. But I'll tell you what, I can probably type faster than 99% of anybody I've ever seen. So that was one of the things that in my childhood, that I absolutely despised having to do, but I'm glad I learned how to do it. Yeah, and then I took it, Sharice, in high school just to get a blow off class because I knew how to type. Yeah, I sat by a cute girl that I had a crush on all through high school in typing. So I just sat there and chatted with her, and and I already knew how to type, so it was 45 minutes of, I guess, a decent time for a class. So we're gonna run this one. It's a Rust craft, and it's kind of got a glare on it if I put the phone down. But she kind of, oh my, oh, he's got multiple women back there. I didn't even notice that. That's what that is. She doesn't just move back and forth. She's got friends. So that one's running. Thanks, Dawn. One of them's blonde, though. All right, we got 5AB is next. And this one is I found this. I found dog tags on this. I saw a lot of dog tags um on my website. And I don't know, and I didn't Google it. I don't know whether these are specifically dog tag holders. But that's what I found on them. But it's like a necklace type chain, but then it's got these little hooks dangling off of them. And they are signed, but I cannot make out what the signature is. It's just some initials, and they're marked Sterling on the clasp too. So it is what it is, and it's running. And of all the dog tags I've ever found, I've never found another one on one of these chains like this, but they're usually on something simpler. Usually on one of those brass ball chains. But I do have a few other pieces of sterling if you're looking for sterling silver jewelry. If you look in the store, whoops. Thank you, Whip. I guess I do have the dog tags cloned in from my site. Um, they're probably in the buy now. So 7AC is next. And if anybody's wondering, I use Export Your Store. That's what I use to export, export, export my listings into Whatnot from my site, and you can use it for like if you have listings on eBay that you want to bring into Whatnot or Etsy, or send the ones from Whatnot to any of those sites. It seems to work pretty good. All right, this one, where's the lever? There's no lever. I don't have my stand here today. So anyway, her eyes move when you move her hands. You can bend the bottom. It's got a little stand that if you bend it, she'll stand up on that heart. And that one's running. Kristen, hey. Butterfly was in the kitchen last night. She made meatloaf. I was so happy. I don't have my stand to hold my phone, so it's hard to. She's mechanical. She's in ecstasy making her tarts. Uh, sorry, Sharice. There, Butterfly. I gave Sharice a headache, and she just through the phone. All right, what's the next one? We got one more. Uh, check down through the pre-listed stuff. If there's anything you want me to run, let me know after I run this, and I can pull it and run it or show it to you if you're curious about it. This is 6AG. You didn't do anything. I gave Sharice a headache. All right. This is rough. Got a union case with an embossed lady on it. The wood's kind of falling apart. Flaking. Does have the latch. And these are very hard to show, especially when you're not prepared. I don't have anything black. So ill prepared. Um, you get the idea. It's a DAG. If you don't have one and want to own one just to see what it's like, uh, okay. I guess if I put it, just click on the picture down there and you can see what it looks like. It's actually a decent image. It looks like crap because they're like mirrored like that, but the picture I took looks halfway decent. So I'm going to run that. It's a 6 plate, and that is running. And thank you, Vintage View. And if you guys aren't following Vintage View, give him a follow. He's been having quite a few shows in the mornings. If you're looking for photos in the mornings, at least that's when I see him on. Thank you, Vintage View. All right. Was there any other requests? Six. Okay, let me grab those. It wasn't a frame. It was I don't know. They call them Riker cases. It's like a display case with them. I can grab it, and then I'll grab those things that Junk just requested as well. We'll do those letters. Okay, there's like I think it was 18 ounces, something like that. Thank you for the raid, Bath Bomb. Everybody give Bath Bomb Lady a follow. What were you selling today, Bath Bomb? Durables. If you need durables and those fancy backpacks that I don't remember the name of, give Bath Bomb Lady a follow. Bath Bomb, I've started putting together a military show. I'll have one of those at some point. If you're still looking for that stuff for your husband, it'll probably be a month or so. I'll try to get a decent show together, but I'll have one eventually. Thank you for the raid. I will do that. Okay, I'm gonna run this. You get this whole bag. I think there was 18 ounces, but they're all like the typeset, a bunch of different letters. There's a ton of them in there. You get the whole bag, and that is running. Good morning, Margaret. How are you? And if you're a seller, uh, like Bath Bomb or Margaret or anybody, feel free to advertise your shows. You got one coming up. Butterfly sent me a screenshot yesterday. Whatnot is now offering $400 in matching funds if you're somebody that wants to become a seller. So they're really upping the ante to try to get people to sell on here. So, like, if you're a career antique dealer or seller and you haven't sold on here before, you could sign up to be a seller. And then when you sell your stuff for a quarter of the fair market value, they double the first $400. So it's like only losing half the amount of money. We're going to do this a lot. What are you feeling about?
Those real tall tomatoes that kept breaking the tops off, so I'm here to help.
Well, then that just multiplies them. Just stick them in water, and everyone is leaving for Palm Street. Did Palm Street open up to things other than plants?
There was a plant one. And you didn't.
It's, I think, mostly house plants and that sort of thing. At least everything. Palm Street. Oh, I'll probably get taken down just for saying it. Military. Now I save my stuff for military show. I'll have one eventually. Follow me. They're usually pretty good shows. I usually wait until I have a decent amount, and then I get annoyed because I I don't like having long shows. They turn into long shows and people get big lots of stuff. Everything is cheaper. I'll have to check it out, Bath Bomb. I looked at it a year or so ago and they were just, it was just plants then. And I don't sell plants online. But we're gonna do this. I think Deb requested this. You're gonna get the case. There's a little bit of that's not a, it's just looks like it had a price tag on it, somebody peeled off. But it's a one of those cases, it's got glass, it's got pins inside. I'm not gonna take these out of here. These are band things from band or symphony, something musical related in like college or high school or military, maybe. I don't know. Um, this is the way I found it, with the exception of this NYSSMA solo metal. I stuck this in there because I found it separately and it looked like it was musical related too. I have vintage jewelry. That whole pile there is vintage jewelry. You want to take a chance on it uh for $500, broken into two 70-pound shipments? Sell you the whole pile. Clip-ons. Did it, I don't have it sorted. It's just a pile of crap. All right, I'm gonna run this, and then we'll get back to Junk's requests. 10 seconds. You get the case and the medals and the pins. I think it's banned. I don't know. I would do 500 plus 2 shipments. They'd have to fit in 2 boxes. Probably 50 pounds a box. Thank you, Deb. That one's yours. And we got 7 a.m. coming up next. I'm not sure what that is. It is some stamps in a book. Can you take a peek? Yeah, I'll show you a little bit after. This is a stamp collector stock book. You don't want to run over and get my stand in the other room, do you? Where I was selling that $2 corner.
Like just a little stand. Okay. I didn't know if you meant that.
So there's all sorts of stamps here. I don't know anything about stamps. I don't want to learn anything about stamps. But for the most part, they look canceled. Kind of a freaky looking child. I don't know. It's like a lot of I don't know, Greek or foreign. Thank you, dear.
Okay.
But you get the whole book full of them. And that is running. Thanks, Junk. And we're gonna do 5 AP next. I'm gonna show that jewelry real briefly. Um, and then we'll do these skeleton keys. got whatever that is. And we got whatever this is. And there are like not going to be a lot of brooches in here. And it's lots of, I mean, there will maybe some. Well, there's a snow baby down there. What the hell is that doing? No, I'm just gonna show her. I said it here. I was gonna go through it because gold's up so high, and I was gonna make sure there was no gold in it. And it has sat here for months. That's it. Looks like what I thought from the other video. And there's bags of it in this box. And I mean, there's stuff in here that's absolutely worthless, but I'm sure you'll find some stuff that's not worthless. Some of it's bagged up already in little bags. Well, yeah, I mean, it's costume. It's not. I wouldn't be selling like 100 pounds of fine jewelry for $500. But would I take $300 for all of it? I'll take $300 for it if you pay for two 70-pound packages, whatever that comes out to wherever you're at. And that way, if I'm way under, or I don't want to be way over, and then be in a ton of shipping on my end. And you might find some gold and silver in there. I don't know. I just haven't taken the time to do it. A lot of it is stuff that Butterfly went through and put in bags of similar things and stuff, and that's about the extent of it. Okay, so we got 5AP is next, and if you click on the picture, you can see it better than in here. I'm going to show it. One is brass. Just wait till I sell this, and I'll make a product, and it'll show you the shipping. So those are running on the skeleton keys. You know, 6 of them. Thank you, junk.
Put the gear and the fingers together. Taking a step. Would you find it? Okay. The problem is there's no weight that goes that high without creating a shipping profile. Um, let me pin that. What's it showing you there for the shipping? $83. That's set at 47 pounds. Um, if you're okay with that, that'd be okay with me. You'd have to run it twice, and you can buy two at the quantity, or buy a quantity of two of them, and then I'll just if there's more than that, I'll just put the rest in a third box or whatever. It's kind of complicated to get. They don't let you just put in a weight when you're creating these products. You got to have a weight already put in, and I don't have a 70-pound weight as a shipping profile. But if there's anybody else that wants anything in the auction tab, just let me know, and I can pull it out and run it. I was gonna try to make it to 130 to rating to rag, but I don't think I can do it.
What do you want me to do?
I'll just
Go out and watch and
uh,
you can watch me kill my tomato plants. And cry.
all right. I'll be back. I should be back on Wednesday. Like what I said at the beginning of the show, I helped my uncle do a roof last week, and he had asked me if I would help him next week do one. Um, he doesn't know for sure when, so I may or may not be on Wednesday, but I will be back next Sunday. Is next Sunday Father's Day?
No.
Um, I'll be back next Sunday with a similar show. Dawn's not on Wednesday. Oh, now you're gonna make me want to bail. I usually do ephemera on Wednesday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Well, yeah,
Like,
Dawn is Castan's mom is selling vintage books on Tuesday. I'm not sure what she's selling on Thursday. Uh, but either way, I'll be back next books today. $3 Thursday. Books Tuesday. And $3 Thursday. If you're into antiques and or ephemera or both, and you've never checked out the $3 Thursdays, they have a raid train every Thursday that everything starts at $3, and they kind of alternate sellers in and out of that, and some of them stay the same. But it's all day Thursday in the ephemera category, and Dawn's going to be in that. But I will be back on Thursday or next Sunday for sure. And I will probably have a show on my Black Market Antiques account from my $2 wall tomorrow, provided I get ready for it. If you've never been to those, okay, Dawn, I can do that. I just kind of pop up and do real short shows, but everything's $2. And it's like the scanning type shows, but I try to move along real pretty quick. Uh, And- and what?
if you run that jewelry, or was it fine?
She didn't say whether she wanted it for sure. I made it auction just because that's what I was in there. No, I mean I mean, you find one piece of gold in there and it doesn't matter what, it was already ridiculously low. Um, But thank you.
Some said that old lady.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess rate out to somebody. Rag and Ribbon will be on. Thank you, Deb. Thank you for coming. Rag and Ribbon is gonna be on at 1:30. I was gonna try to make it till 1:30, but I can't do it. Uh, thank you, Dawn. Um, anybody have a preference on who we raid to? I'll take suggestions if anybody has anybody they want me to raid to. I'm not quite sure who's on. Well, let's go see Millie. We'll go see Millicent Memories. Uh, I I assume she's selling paper, but we're gonna find out when we get there. Uh, have a good weekend, guys. Thank you for all your purchases. Uh, we're leaving, Chef. We sold like 35 digital cameras and a whole bunch of Patek Philippe watches, and it was crazy.